It's my dope. My artistry is my dope. So I'm gonna slang it. Like, I got art in the bag right now. It's bag right now.
Okay.
I always come prepared because you never know.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It with Lex. I am so excited today because I got a very special guest in the building with me today. I got the one and only Jason, barber, artist, and trainer. I got Batman. Y'all gonna catch on to it later. But
Yeah.
Jason, what's up?
What's good?
What's good? How you doing?
I'm good.
Hey,
Blessed. Yeah, this is cool.
No, this is crazy, bro. Glad to have you on here.
For sure.
But we go way back. Like, I literally knew you since I was a jit.
Yeah. Got wifey watching the live.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. What's up, babe?
But so I really want to highlight the artist aspect of you, because I believe, like, when a lot of people think that, hey, I got an artist, they probably thinking a rapper.
Right.
Right? But you're a legit artist. I don't know if you can see behind me, but we got some of his artwork here, and I think it's really amazing. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, what's good? What
Yeah,
you wanna
so
know?
what really brought you, or when was there a moment when you found out? Like, bring me back to your childhood when you were like, you know what, this is my path. This is
That's
my
a good
calling.
one. So I was a military kid, so I traveled a lot. So I always tell people my art diversity come from being a military kid and traveling in different states and being in certain situations, certain times. So a lot of it come from the upbringing of being a military child. And then I think I started tapping into it more. I was like a teenager, you know what I'm saying? Started doodling, drawing here and there, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's kind of where it started. Just then, and as I got older, I started drawing more and more. And I think my first time doing a real dope piece when I was in trade school, I painted this traditional portrait of Jesus in pen, straight pen, no eraser, nothing. That was a fire one. I think I gave it to my mom. I think she still has that drawing. And then my brother has one of my first graffiti pieces. I didn't even know he had this. He showed me like a few years ago when I went to visit him in Atlanta. He's like, yo, you know I still got this graffiti name that you drew in my... I was like, what? For real? It's like, actually, no, his wife told me. She's like, yeah, I seen this cool drawing you did for your brother a while back in his nickname. I was like, that's old. That was like my first official like drawing of graffiti. I've always been a graffiti. I'm an 80s baby, so seeing the artwork on the trains, on the walls, I was like, yo, that's lit. I'm going to do that one day.
Yeah.
I ain't did a train yet. Did a lot of walls, but never a train. That's coming.
So that's next?
Yeah.
So you're going to be like Subway Surfer style?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
What? Yo, I live downtown.
I
live downtown.
Then.
So downtown always has a lot of train. Like, it's a ritual I did when I lived downtown in Paramore. The train will come at least, if not every day, at least 3 or 4 times out the week, especially on Sunday, though. Sunday night, it will come at like 11 o'clock-ish, and I'll go watch it. Just me and my people could just watch the train go by. So a lot of my ideas and stuff that I get inspired by come from physically watching the train with the graph. I can say I tagged it once. I got lucky and tagged it.
Yeah.
Not like a full piece, but my signature. That was kind of cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I was like, oh, snap, I got to get this.
So I know you say like objects, like where trains and things like that inspire you. Was there ever a person in your life that you would say kind of inspired you to?
As far as the art-wise?
Yes, sir.
Basquiat was one of my favorite artists. I love his style and his freedom of expression. Next was Salvador Dali. Because a lot of his stuff is real trippy. It's like, you know, he paints from right when he's about to fall into a deep dream state.
Word.
And he just, boom, he somehow wakes up and then, boom, from a sketch, and then he'll come back and just finish it later and then go back to sleep. I thought that was pretty deep. I was like, that's crazy. Have you ever been to his museum?
Yes, I've been.
Yo,
He got
some of
one
those
in like,
pieces
I
are
think St.
crazy.
Augustine.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's a more than 1 day trip. You can't
Word.
get
I know.
1 day visiting is not enough.
No,
But some of the stuff I didn't realize was so big. I was like, yo, these are huge.
What?
Like the Abraham Lincoln one, that's a big painting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, he got a lot of stuff going on in these paintings.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's another one. That's like you said, back in the day. And then I guess you could say that's really it that I think of, because nobody with the graffiti, I never really knew anybody back then. I mean, I know people now that are like gurus from the back in the day, but I would say graffiti, I was just a lover of all of it. So I didn't have anybody in particular that I liked, that I followed. That was like, oh, cool. You know what I mean? But fast forward, I started to some artists local that are like now my generation, or maybe a little bit older that I watch. So nowadays, it would be King Saladin from Philly. He fire.
Word.
King Saladin, yeah, man.
I need to look at his.
You gotta look at his artwork up. He is definitely, in my opinion, if you're an artist and you're trying to like be a businessman / artist, he has did a dope and phenomenal job of capitalizing being an artist full time.
I like
and
that.
really eating, not necessarily just eating, just living the lifestyle. I'm a full-time artist. This is my job. This is my lifelong career.
Yeah.
And he's that to the epitome. He's the I met him 2 years ago, two or 3 years ago in Art Basel. No, I'm lying. About 4 years ago, time was flying. About good 3 to 4 years ago in Miami, Art Basel. That was lit. My sister sitting on here watching. I think she is. Yeah. I went with my sister. That was lit though. Had like an old warehouse car wash. Car lot. Had artwork in there on the cars that he drew. Oh, that was fire. Super humble brother.
Yeah.
That's the level I'm trying to get at. Let me rephrase it. That's the level I will.
That we're going to get at.
I'm almost there.
Speak into existence.
Yes, always.
Always. And I really admire that, who you were saying, because, a lot of people have gifts, but I feel like when you're able to transform your gift into a business, that's how you create legacy. That's how you create success.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
Like, just looking at your artwork, like, you literally have a gift here. This is a gift, because if you give me a sheet of paper and you give me a pencil, we getting straight stick figures.
Stick figures. That's how I start, though.
Stick figures all over.
Stick figures, that's where
and
I
I'm going to
start.
have a little sun in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we had in elementary school.
Yeah.
And stick figures and then the little grass at the bottom. And that's my art piece right there.
Hey.
Literally. But the fact that you're able to go in depth, like I'm looking at, you got Kobe on here. You got Tupac.
Goat, yeah,
like,
2 goats.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So so is your goal to go into full time?
Yeah, most definitely. And then being the fact that I'm a barber too, that's I think goes hand in hand with me being an artist, because I get to express that through haircut.
Oh, let's get into that. That's what I'm saying.
So,
Batman, but I wanted to start
so,
with the A first.
Yeah.
So we could go to the B. We could go to the B.
It's cool.
So you're also a barber.
Yes, I just finished Master Barber School. I take my state board in about a month.
Okay, get into it, bro. I love it.
Appreciate it.
I love it.
9 months of woo wee.
Yeah.
Man.
Would you say what's the most difficult part of barbering? Would you say?
Learning the new trends of like different haircuts and styles, and just learning everybody's hair is different, and they're gonna want something different.
Yeah.
Some stuff still the same, some is repetitive, but definitely the hardest part for me was relearning stuff that I thought I already knew. So I would definitely say if somebody wants to go into barbering, you being fresh, not knowing nothing will how can I say it? Not to say I think you would educationally wise learn better because your brain is fresh. You're a blank canvas.
Right.
Go back to the art. So you're like a blank canvas versus being an art piece that you've been working on, and then you just so happen to learn an extra skill, and you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do it that way.
Right.
That's for me, because like with the graffiti, I knew how to draw it. Nobody taught me. It just came naturally. But when I met my gurus that I known in the city, being in Orlando, it made me go back and, like, for example, for this piece, like the Eternity, that was first. All the Galactic Mountains, that's my style first. It took me, and I had this piece for like at least 1.5 years, 2 years.
What?
But because of the train watching and going to different venues and practicing with the spray paint, I came back and redid that and threw the Eternity on there. And I laughed because I looked at my evolution like, dang, I'm getting good with the graph. Because it was, if I were to try to do that back then, it would not look nothing like that. At all. And that painting never had that on there. I had that painting for at least 2 years.
Word. So
it was just a galactic, I like galaxy. It was just a galactic backdrop that you see, but then I came back and added the Eternity word.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, like, what's your style? Because I know Salvador Dali, he has abstract art. What is your style of art?
I tell people mine's abstract graffiti because I like abstract and I like graffiti. Even though graffiti is a form of abstract, but I like the mixture of both.
So you're not responsible, because I know, like, if you go down, what is it, Pine Hills? Is it Pine Hills, West Colonial, something? If you look at all the Morgan & Morgan signs.
Yeah. Oh, I seen that.
Yo, they got Morgan & Morgan full of people
And then
full of the people. Yeah. So
I'm gonna plead the fifth because I may know who that is.
Oh, word. Okay.
Because there's another person. I ain't gonna say his name, but there's another. He's actually not an artist. He rap and does phenomenal poetry.
Yeah.
But he been doing some bombing lately, and I had to laugh because I follow him on Instagram, and I was like, "Yo, he's going crazy right now."
No, he's going dumb because they.
Have you seen some of the stuff? Like, okay, it's the I can say what it is because I'm not by saying.
Right.
It's he writes a lot of stuff, and he'll write like all the months and leave the third month out. Oh, wait, yeah, the fourth. He'll leave the fifth month out, which is May. He leaves the word May out. Have you noticed that? Have you seen any of those before?
Nah.
Yeah.
Some
of it might be covered now. They might have fixed it, but he tagged UCF. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh. I was like, my dog going crazy. Like he did some wild words downtown, and a lot of his stuff he would leave the word or the month May out purposely. So if you know who he is, you know he did it.
Oh, that's.
If you don't know who he is, you like, what the heck is this guy? So it's kind of so that's a good way segue. So have you seen my mural that I did on 3 Mask?
Yes.
Okay, so funny story with that. I was hosting my show. Mm-hmm. Somebody bombed Tim's gallery, not only on the side but in the front of the building. He fixed the front because they also mashed the window out. He fixed that. They tagged the side, and I told him if that's still there by the end of my show, like my month, I'm gonna cover it. He's okay, cool. So it was still there. So me and another homie came back, and I did it unofficially, meaning he didn't hire me to do it. I just did it, taking full responsibility. Any event, Popo pull up on me and stuff has not happened. But what's crazy, while I was working on it, one of my art gurus drove by. He's like, yo, who's that painting that over there? Turned around, right? He came back, and one of them still had the bombing on it. No. And he's like, yo, I seen it, but I didn't know it was you painting. I thought it was these kids being disrespectful because, you know, they respect he respects Tim. So couldn't find out. I gotta turn it down. So couldn't find out, he seen the tag words, and he knew who it was that did the tagging. He's like, yo, I'm gonna take care of that. That's not cool. I'm not cool with that. I was like, yo, that's wild. That he knew based on the tag who it was. So I thought that was quite interesting.
Okay. Because, like, right now I'm in the effort to find that person that's going crazy on the Morgan & Morgan signs.
I noticed that recently. I noticed that the other day. So.
And they traveling because they got it on the west side and the east side. Because I'm on the east side. I'm like, dang. That's crazy. They snap. Uh-huh. So whoever it is, you might know, but we not going to expose them. But we gonna go on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So barber, artist, and trainer. So you're also into health.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into that. How long have you been in training, like training people?
I would say I've been a trainer I've been with the YMCA. How long have I been with the Y? My daughter's 15, oldest one. I've been.
Oh, that's math right there.
Yeah, then my oldest daughter's 15. So I've been working with the Y 15 years. Been a trainer more so 10 of those years. Because the first 5 years I was just more like still getting my foot wet. You know what I'm saying? Wellness, learned this and that. But then like once I kind of got into it, I started teaching indoor cycling. Then I did like boot camps and stuff like that. So yeah. So after year five of the Y's when I became a trainer.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. So are you thinking about getting your certification?
Not on the trainer tip, more like group exercise. Like for instance, I got my certification to teach cycling, indoor cycling. I do that at the new Y. So if I do, it'll be just for specialty classes. It won't be full-fledged trainer. And I think the reason I'm not doing that is because of the barbering aspect. That's kind of what my energy is going towards. Mm-hmm. That's more important right now. Yeah. So barbering, trainer is cool, but the barbering is really, really what my passion is at.
Word. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of money in that, but
yeah, most definitely.
But what I can say is like, I hope you're not charging too much now, because these prices starting going up. Because I was looking at something with my man and his barber. They ain't $65 for the edge up.
What?
Like, that's
for an edge?
That's
taxing, bro.
Hey, bro, nothing off the top, straight edge. 65?
Nah, son. That's too much, bro. You better never pay that again. You better call me, dog. I am not. That's real talk. Hit me up, bro.
Hey, bro, hit him
An edge
up,
should
bro.
be $15, dog.
Oh, bro, thank you.
No more than that, bro.
Thank you.
Straight up.
Thank you.
If I have to travel to you plus the travel fee,
okay.
so we're talking about $25.
That's what. Okay, because now you
decent.
reasonable.
That's
all
reasonable.
right.
But if you pull it to me, $15, bro.
Look, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? The key, and I respectfully, I get it. You want to get paid more per hour because it should take no more than 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, cause man, some of these
Respectfully.
barbers, bro, they wicked.
Nah.
And then they charging you an arm and a leg, and then you got the audacity to mess up my edge on top of that.
And put the spray stuff.
And put the-
Disclaimer,
put
I
the
hate that.
straight-
I ain't don't, yo, if you come get a haircut from me, do not ask me and get my island. Let me tell y'all something. Listen here.
Let me tell
Do
you.
not ask me to put the black Beijing on your lineup. I not do that.
No bueno,
So you walk
no
out
bueno.
outside, less than 2 minutes later, you're crying because your edges. No, sir. And I don't do that. Do not, I repeat, do not ask me to do the spray stuff. I'm not doing it.
Bruh,
Unless it's a photo shoot that you have within like an hour.
Okay.
Because they're good for a photo shoot. Or those guys that, but then so check it. There's two different types of that stuff. You have the stuff that's like actual like hair fibers. Then you have that spray. It's literally like hairspray. It's like spray paint for your skin. The hair fibers is good for good dudes that are balding in the back. Kind of looks like real hair. That's okay. I've seen some good jobs done. But I'm talking about the spray crap. It looked like you took spray paint. No, bruh. We get mad at the queens for putting makeup on, right? Too much makeup on. Drawing on the eyebrows. To me, it's the same equivalency.
Ooh, let's talk about it, bro. Because I promise you, they be coming for women with the makeup. But
Some
now,
of it's too much.
But now, when it comes to y'all head,
Too much.
I feel like I'm drawing a line. So yeah, y'all man out there, y'all coming for the makeup and the fake eyebrows and the fake lashes. Let's see your edge without
Right. I agree
without
with
the
you.
paint.
I agree 100%.
Let's see how that is.
I agree 100%, bro.
Then we'll be even.
Straight up, I agree with that. Totally.
Yeah.
It's respectfully.
Honestly,
It's enhancement, but it should not be overboard to where if I walk out the shop, it's gone by the time I get to the crib. You know what I'm saying, bro?
talking about
That's whack.
talking about
What
when
kind
the
of
rain
head?
catch you.
And then
That's
they charge
it.
you, like you said, they trying to charge you $65 to what? To paint on my face?
Come on.
Say body art, bruh. Nah, man.
This ain't no body art.
I'm sorry. No.
Hey, bro, they crazy. Look, man, that body spray, really, that spray paint, whatever it is, it really be saving some of y'all. It be saving
Craziness.
them because, yeah. So I feel like if they got rid of that spray paint or whatever it's called, people would actually like level up on their skills.
Yeah, most
But
definitely.
that spray paint is saving them because if they mess up,
They can
all you
spray.
gotta do is just get that little, you know what I'm saying, that little outline.
Yep.
Spray it up,
That's it.
and you
Done
straight.
deal. Done deal.
Done deal.
Nah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I say I'm new school, old school. I feel with the barber. I think my new school comes with like the cool designs for the kids.
Yeah.
I think the little kids, the teenagers, I'm gonna say definitely middle school, high school kids are gonna love me because of the fact that I'm an artist, and when they see the cool lines I can do, they go like, "Oh, that is fire, bro. Let me get that." Even the queens, I got a lot of queens that like that. Boom. And then when I really get good at it to maybe learn how to draw characters and stuff, boom, I'll probably do good with that. But
Ooh.
other than that, I'm not doing no other really crazy fancy. I personally don't want to take no more than 45 minutes cutting your hair.
It's supposed to take. Is
take-
instances where it take longer than that?
Yeah, and it's ridiculous.
45 minutes.
45 minutes is
Just
a
your
stretch.
hair. You don't got no beard. That's it. Just your
Sometimes,
head.
yeah,
45
it depends. 45 minutes, yeah.
Oh.
Especially the first 45 minutes is your first client, like your brand new client that you never cut before because you're trying to learn their hair.
Yeah.
But once you know what they want, you should be getting them in and out of there like 30 minutes.
30 minutes
Straight
tops.
up. 15 minutes is time if you're time crunched.
Got you.
I've done a fade in 15 minutes. No cap.
Oh, you snap. But
Yeah, straight up.
fade,
Super
15
fade.
minutes,
Cleaned up. Yeah, 15 minutes.
$25
Yeah.
up to not no 65.
Max is 50. Well, for me, my max is 50.
That's what
That's
I'm
what I'm
talking
charging.
about.
But if you want to give me a hundo, that's
hey,
cool.
Hey, bro, you trying to give me
I'm
a
gonna
tip?
invest that.
I'll take it. We'll invest it, bro.
Boom.
I ain't mad at you.
Segue into the next subject.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But I respect the fact that you got a little an end point. Okay,
Got to.
$50 tops.
Tops.
But at this point, I'm not gonna be surprised when a dang haircut is $100. And I know it is.
I ain't gonna lie, respectfully, there's a barber I know now. That's what he's charging. But his clientele is like top super tier. So I learned respectfully, you can, and then like he is a mobile. He's strictly a mobile barber. He goes to you, but he got a Mercedes Sprinter van. Yo, the truck is fire. He came to my school, super cool. Now him I can shout out. Chad Too Clean. This brother came to the school on a whim of me just jumping on the Instagram live. What? Shout out to my dog Chad, man.
Bro, much
love, bro. Real cool, brother. Came through, showed us the truck, told us a little bit about the ins and outs of the business, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect the clientele that he has, and he kind of talks about it. He's like, yo, whatever you want to charge, you could charge it. You just got to make sure that you are matching what you're charging with your services. He a full-fledged barber.
Right.
He does everything you possibly need done. He got it.
Yeah.
Truck is fire. Mercedes blacked out. The inside super luxury. I got an electronic chair. Chair goes up and down electronically like fire. Yo,
Word?
Yeah,
okay,
man.
Then, Chad.
Gives you, if you want a little sippy sip, got that on the side. Real talk, yeah. But him, definitely, I could respectfully understand that. So I'm learning, don't lowball yourself. If somebody's willing to pay that, that's great. Yeah. But you hold your own and make sure you are charging unreasonable. Now, that's not lowballing your services, but at the same time, you can't be getting greedy, man.
Yeah.
Being greedy, I've learned, being greedy never gets you far.
Okay, you heard that. Being greedy never gets you far. So all them hair ladies that trying to charge me $300 for some dang braids that's gonna last me a month or so. Y'all heard what Jason said. Being greedy don't get you far. So please lower down your prices so I can get my hair done and people can stop asking me if I'm having starter locks. No, sis, I just got twists in my head and I'm trying to get somebody that just gonna charge me a little less. Cause it's getting crazy out here, bro. It's getting crazy, bro. Like, I got my brother out here. He out here doing self cuts. He was like, y'all trying to charge me $65? Nah.
Yeah, that's $65.
It's crazy
for an edge.
One thing, look, if you give me an edge, I'm gonna need a massage on the side. Okay. Facts. The beard, if I was doing get the beard right, facts. I'm talking about fan me, feed me grapes.
Facts. Straight up.
The whole shebang. But yo, what I want to talk about is, so I remember you put me on with the movie Who Cloned Tyrone.
Let's talk about it.
Let's get into that.
Let's talk about that.
So what was your impression on that movie? Because it was a lot of hidden messages in there.
A lot. I got to watch it again too, because I'm pretty sure there's even more. So for me, watching it off grid, and after I watched that movie, I ain't gonna lie, I actually went outside and just observed where I live in Paramore. And I was like, yo, that movie is not, there's no cap at all. That movie is 100% facts.
Yeah.
So in my perspective, because everybody's perspective will probably be different, the cloning is more of, I know a lot of people are going to go into the physical. They're really cloning these people. Don't know that 100%. I will say that. But I will say they're definitely cloning the mindset continuously. The poverty mindset we'll use for an example. Every hood, in every city has a mom and pop store that you get your snacks, your blunt from, your liquor from, that's probably owned by a person that's not of us. Am I lying?
That's fast.
Right? That's one. Number two, the Chinese food that we like to consume is in what? The hood. Every hood has one. That's two, right? Here go to three for the banger.
All right.
Every store will have at least one street prophet, a.k.a. Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Zabo, whatever his nickname is, Bada, Bob, whatever. Am I lying? And it's going to ask for some change, but he always seemed to drop some knowledge for the change. Am I lying?
Nah, you got it.
Bam. So, with that being said, the poverty mindset is what they're cloning to continue to keep us in a certain box. And if you notice in the movie, they ain't touched the sister. They didn't touch the sister at all because they know 9 out of 10 times we know, as men know, women are spiritually in tune, and y'all are blessed with that gift, aka talent, aka intuition from the Most High, because you are the one that produces life. So us men need to understand that when our women, our queen, our sisters, our mothers say certain stuff on the spiritual level, 9 out of 10 times they're accurate. You feel what I'm saying? My best friend used to be a stripper. She's the most highly spiritually intelligent person I know on this planet. But I guarantee you, people will, oh, she's a stripper. She know more about the street life than most of these fake people on the streets live. So a person that's, because think about it, and this is a great, when she told me that, it made so much sense. She's like, you're going to get the real from a person like me because I'm already showing you my external, my flesh. If I'm willing to do this, I'm not worried about people judging me. What more do I have to hide if I showed you everything? AKA I've been naked in front of a random stranger. So what else do I have to hide about who I truly am if I'm comfortable enough to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm comfortable enough to do that. There's nothing there's nothing another human being can tell that person, he or she. And I'm like, man, the rabbit hole gets deep. But it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy.
I never licked.
Oh, hold on. Wifey? My wifey said you can come to her to get your hair braided. So we'll talk about that. I got you, babe. We'll talk about that. But yeah, see what I'm saying?
Who'd have thought?
She gonna get you right too.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so like in the movie was so interesting that they hit the brother. They made, and then if you notice the mother aspect.
Nah, I never.
How the mother aspect, it showed the influence, but he showed how he broke down when he realized that her lack was not there. She was gone. Like they portrayed that she was there, but she really wasn't there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a strong father figure, obviously. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you lose the other strong foundation, you gone.
Right.
You are a lost, literally you are a lost soul.
Yeah. And I found it interesting that they were trying to, like, it was certain people that they, like, wanted to keep in the hood to keep the experiment going.
Exactly.
Like, we need a drug dealer here.
Yep.
We need a pimp here.
Yep.
We need a stripper here.
Yep.
Who else? But basically, that's like the ingredients.
Exactly.
To keep us in that mindset and to not really get out. And you know what I'm saying? Like to label us.
Facts.
So
it's crazy.
Yeah. And just like I know they were having a conversation. I don't know what scene it was, but they were just saying, yeah, just like highlighting like somebody had a nice big car. And they were like, oh yeah, he probably a baller. Or it's like that's like the only avenue that you could take to become wealthy and to have these things.
I was going into that too.
Right.
So I didn't bring it. Did you see the painting I just posted on my IG recently? The one I did for my boy Orange?
No,
it was 4 different paintings. So my boy just bought a house in the hood in Paramore.
Yeah.
Bought a dope little crib off of Bentley. And either a street or avenue, whatever. But yeah, so it's in Paramore. Buy black. You know, that's how you buy back the block. You go buy a property in the hood, you know, say owned by a black man, and then you help your people out by, you know what I mean? But then we're going to get into that one soon. So he asked me to do some artwork for him. So I did the artwork, and I was outside painting it. And it was crazy how under the street light, and I had mad people from the hood walking by giving mad love because they ain't never seen that before.
Wow.
So it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, that is dope. Like, we got a real artist in the hood.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you said, showing, like you said, another avenue. And I kept like, yeah, bro, this is what I do outside. You know, if y'all don't see me, it's because I'm probably out here painting something somewhere or working my regular gig. But I'm not selling dope. This is my dope. Designs of Positive Energy. That's my acronym for dope. Push it like these dudes push that real stuff.
Word.
That's my dope. My artistry is my dope. So I'm going to slang it. Like, I got art in the bag right now. This bag right now.
Okay.
I always come prepared because you never know.
Yeah. So that's why I really admire you, because that's what I was saying initially in the beginning of the episode. I was saying, you know, a lot of people, when they hear the word artist, they thinking about rappers.
Exactly.
Because a lot of time, because nobody's saying like like you're literally an artist. Like you make masterpieces.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So
the true definition of the term, of the word.
yes. So I feel like I really admire the fact that you're breaking away from that stigma
Thank you.
that Black people could only do certain things. And, you know, that's the whole reason why I have this platform. I want to show that we're more than what people label us to be.
Right, exactly.
It's nothing down on people who actually make music or are, you know, athletes and things like that. But we're more than that. We're artists.
Exactly.
We're doctors. We're lawyers. We're podcasters. Like, we could really touch anything. So, like getting back to the movie, like, I just thought it was great that, you know, it just seeing like behind the scenes the hidden message, like they trying to keep us in that cycle, kind of keep us in that generational cycle.
Yep.
And they like, I ain't trying to, well, we already spoiling it, you know what I'm saying? But watch
Not too
it.
much. Yeah, y'all gotta watch. We ain't gonna tell y'all no more, but y'all gotta go watch the movie, man.
Bruh,
It's still on Netflix. Y'all gotta go peep it. Gotta watch
the
that movie.
Cause sometimes I be a little skeptical about Netflix originals. I'm like,
no, that one. Shout out to the director. Shout out to the act. Yo, they did a phenomenal job.
It gave me like Get Out vibes.
It did. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like I could see if the creators of Get Out was in that.
Yeah.
So, but you mentioned something. You were saying that your homeboy, he bought a property in Paramore,
right?
Because you said you want to keep the money within the community.
That's the goal always.
How important do you think that is for us to, you know, keep the money in our community?
It is, because every other culture is already doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like, especially in Orlando, like on the west side of Orlando, it's a lot of us, but a lot of them are from the islands, from the Caribbean, which is phenomenal. I love that. You know what I'm saying? But us as Black Americans, we need to do the same. We need to continue to do it, and it's slowly starting to change.
Right.
But even in the Black community, they got a little Chinatown, you know, past Pine Hills Road to the left. That wasn't like that a couple years ago. Go a little further, you know, almost to the Y, past Kirkman. That little shopping center right there is basically owned by a lot of Asians. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, if we really thought like how they thought and came together, we can be prosperous. But for some reason, it's like I said, it's a crab in the bucket mentality that we need to break out of. But we're slowly starting to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's good. And once we continue to do that, then we'll start getting more respect like we're supposed to. But even if we don't get that respect, it's still important for us to support our own. Yeah. It's possible. It can be and will be done. It's not hard. We can give excuses, but it's really not hard to support our people. You know what I'm saying? Right. We just have to do that. And if we're wrong or did something wrong, I'll give it a good example. I was in the grocery store, the Caribbean supermarket, and I usually go in there before I go to work. And I had my book bag on that day. I just came from class. I had my book bag and I had my little tire for my bikes to keep from getting stolen. And so the security dude stopped me, and he was like, "Yo, you gonna put your bag?" I was like, "Huh?" He was like, "Put your bag and stuff in your bike." I was like, "I ain't never had to do that before, bro." He was like, "For us," like, "Nah." I was like, "I'm gonna do it, but just let you know, you might want to follow up with your manager or whoever is in charge of y'all, because, you know what I'm saying? You definitely are the only person that's actually stopped me, and I come here all the time." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I have the problem complying. Just let you know, though, you're the only one enforcing this rule, so it's gonna make you look bad because nobody else is doing it if this is protocol. And dude's like, "Okay, I got you, bro. I appreciate that." I was like, "All right, cool. You know, I have no problem." Because at first he thought I was like, "I ain't got no problem complying, just letting you know that you are the only person that has did this to me, and I've come in here a lot." He's like, "All right, cool." Fast forward, I had this random dude come up. He's like, "Yo, man, I saw the whole thing that you did, and I love how you took control and you handled that problem, and you didn't let it escalate on a negative to where people are pulling out their phone and world star." You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, he said, because a lot of time when they see two Black men having a discussion or have a slight debate, they automatically assume it's about to get violent. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Or disrespectful. And it didn't. It was simply, I respected his position. I want him to respect mine. Cool. I have no problem complying, but I'm just letting you know, I'm awareing you that this wasn't enforced or has not been enforced. And you might want to make sure it's enforced all the way across the board. Right. Because if not, it's going to cause problems. And I just so happen to be the right person to acknowledge it, but in a respectful manner. Right. And that was what dude was saying. He's like, "Yo, I appreciate you showing that, bro." And that, I think, is the way we will succeed as a people of color, if that's how we handle situations. If you don't like something, that's fine. You are allowed to tell another person that without it being on some rah crap. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. It shouldn't be on. It's everybody has their opinion. They're allowed to express how they feel about certain stuff.
Right.
So that was kind of cool that happened. And I wasn't trying to. I ain't finna get no touch with no man, no grown. I'm a grown ass man. If you're not personally threatening my life nor my children, I'm not finna get in fight with you, bro. I'm not wasting my time or energy, especially now that my hands are about to be licensed. I'm not messing up my money to get no tussle with you over some dumb stuff. Nah, I'm good, fam. I'm good, bro. I'm good. If my kids ain't threatened, or my queen ain't threatened, my mom ain't threatened, we good, bro. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, that's good.
So that segues into us buying back the block, us really showing that, hey, this is where our money's going back to, helping our communities out by buying properties in the hood, refurbished. Like even the apartment I live in now, like it's owned by a brother, a dude from Haiti. He's Haitian. You know, I used to work with him at the hospital. We was talking about it. He's like, yo, I'm about to do this property stuff, blah, blah, blah. I got one in Pine Hills. I'm about to get another one downtown. I said, okay, bro, I'm going to hit you up. It just worked out. Like, hey, man, I got my son for a few years. I got custody of my oldest. He wanted to come live with me, so it worked out perfect. I hit my boy. I was like, yo, I need this spot. Boom, boom. It worked out perfectly. He's the one that owns that.
Yep.
And he gave me little nuggets of how to take care of that. I was like, this is cool. But he didn't give me the thorough. Like, he didn't go in the depth of it. But I was like, all right, bet. It's all good, homie.
Yeah.
You know
And I
what I'm saying?
think that's one of the keys to building wealth is ownership.
Big facts.
Because a lot of times we don't own much.
That's
like
true.
we driving nice cars, but it's the bank's car. We got a nice place, but it's the bank's place.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
that's not your house. That's Miss Jones' house. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like in order for us to really step into that space, like we have to own what we have. And I feel like, and not think that we have to prove anything.
Right.
Because when you see these other folks, right, they a lot of the way millionaires dress, they dress so basically. They drive Nissans.
Yep.
Like,
There's nothing wrong with you being flashy though, if that's you.
right.
But you got to be smart. Like I like to use my cousin as an example. He's an entrepreneur. He owns a lot of tax businesses.
Yeah.
But like he talked about it in one of his podcasts, Phenomenal. He was saying at one point he had a couple racks in the bank, but he was still borrowing his brother's car because he wanted to make sure that when he was ready to buy what he wanted to buy, he could buy it outright without no issue, not no problems.
Yeah.
That way when he's ready to sell it, he gets, you know what I mean? I respected what he was saying. And if that's not what you want to do, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, like for me, I'm a old school Japanese car type guy. I don't think even the car I really want ain't brand new. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a few years old, but it's like my dream car would be this dope Audi wagon, S6 wagon.
Yeah.
But if not that, I'm a Subaru Japanese car guy. So it'll be like a Nissan Skyline, or my car that I have now, it'll be the upgraded version of that. But I'm content that I'd rather keep that and have a dope ass crib with a whole bunch of artwork inside. Like we met a dude in Atlanta. Oh man. This dude house is like a gallery.
Yeah.
What? And he's like one of the biggest entrepreneurs in Atlanta. And his house was super dope. Like downtown Atlanta, you walk in this guy's house, big old paintings in the crib. Room looked like he took it out of Arizona.
Dang.
Got some Basquiat pieces, some rare pieces from Basquiat. Oh, it was fire. Olympic, you name it, he had it. Met Obama not once, not twice, at least 3-4 times.
Not Obama.
Yeah. What? Black excellence at its finest. I love to see that. I was like, that's the goal right there.
Yeah, but you said keyword. What was he? An entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
See, we got.
Oh, like next time you go to Atlanta, if you buy something from the vending machine, you're probably buying it from Mr. Wilburn's vending machine. Yeah, Mr. Mac Wilburn. Shout out to Mr. Mac, man.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Mac.
Much love and respect and hospitality. Super cool brother.
That's
yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. So, and it don't even got to be large. Like, we don't got to start out owning houses, but man, vending machines, bro. ATMs.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
You know what, man? We
Shout
trying to
out to
get
my boy
into
Moxie for the ATMs.
Okay.
Yeah, my boy Moxie.
Trying to get into that too.
Yeah.
Like, just like baby steps. And I feel like that's how we build like ownership, entrepreneurship.
Yep.
And like with my parents, their business, like they have a business, and then when you have a business, then you're able to employ like other people who look like you, or may, you know, like their employees, they're more so like immigrants and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. So then you're continuing this cycle of like people in your community having it who are employed.
Right.
So you're just keeping it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the goal is to build legacy. The goal is to build generational wealth. And I think that's how you do it.
Facts.
Ownership
Facts.
is key.
All day.
Ownership is key.
Yeah,
all
man.
day. All day. But as I walk us out, what is something, a mantra that you live by, or like any last words that you would like to leave us with?
Yeah, most definitely. Last segue to the investment too was, I mean, we talked about gold.
Yeah.
So real quick, and then we'll get back into that. So I'm learning with my art. For the gold is from now on, anytime I sell an original piece, I'm gonna take half of that bread and invest it in gold, because gold and artwork are two things that appreciate in value. You see what I'm saying? So like, I like rose gold. Wifey likes rose gold. So the goal is, when we sell our big pieces, take half of that money and buy a few kilos or a few bracelets or stuff that's heavy, and let it just sit here and chill. The reason I say that, gold is universal currency. You can go anywhere with gold. Diamonds is cool too, but gold holds a little bit more weight, because, you know, now they got this stone called the moissanite that's supposed to kind of not necessarily replace a diamond, but it looks and shines like a diamond, so, but you ain't breaking the bank. But gold, silver, those two things, like there's a dude I follow now called Tracks in NYC in New York. He always pull these cool little videos. He be walking around the city trying to get people like the actual bars of gold or cash. And he just did one recently. I had to laugh. He was like, would you rather $1,000 cash or this one thing of gold? And the ounce of gold. And the girl's like, I'll take the cash. And he's like, oh, well, that was kind of a bad choice, because you just wasted an extra $1,000. He threw $1,000 of cash in the air, showing her that this bar I gave you is worth 2 G's. If you go sell this ounce of gold, it's actually worth more than the cash I physically gave you. But a lot of people have lack of knowledge. So I always tell my brothers that are rappers, if you got your brand on your shirt, bro, make sure it's insured. Because in the event you go to the club and get snatched, it's all good. Let homie have that, bro. Let homie have that. Because if you're doing the proper investment with what you have on, okay, cool, bro. You go, bro. I still live to see today. Because tomorrow morning I'm calling my insurance. Yo, my chain got stolen. Okay, Mr. Davis, I got you. What was the value? Can you send us a receipt? No problem. Here you go. Boom. Send the email. All right, Mr. Davis, we're going to do the claim for you. We'll send you the check in 2 days. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of rappers don't do that.
Them chains be getting snatched.
They don't,
and that's
straight up.
it.
They don't think like that. But that's a simple, even if you don't ever really want to get out of the trap, but that's the best way. If you have kids, if you slinging and you rocking it, that's the best way to back up that. And then if something happens, you need to go sit down for a few. Tell your chick, yo, pull those bars out of the pillow underneath the bed, blah, 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 out the shoe, blah, blah, blah. Go cash that in and get me out. A lot of these cats don't do that.
Yo,
But the smart ones do. To be honest, the smart ones do. Trust me. The smart ones have done it. I kid you not. If you ever wonder why all these dudes bounce back so quick, Gucci Man, I'll use Gucci Man for a great example. I guarantee you, when he gave his chick that bread that he gave her, because a lot of people know his story. He gave his lady, which is now his wife, he gave her some bread to flip. She flipped that. That's nothing women do. Our queens, they will flip. They will make a meal out of any ingredient. She flipped that bread, and I guarantee you, some of that was his jewelry. I guarantee you it was. He probably said, "Hey, hold this necklace, hold that. Just chill just let it do what it do. Okay, cool. Go get it appraised. Go sell that. Go get rid of that. Then we're gonna buy a house with it." I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. If some of them throw it out there too. Moneybagg Yo said it in a song recently, and I loved it. He's like, basically, forgive me, Moneybagg, if I butcher it. Not butcher it if I don't say word for word, but in quotations, he basically said, if you got insurance policy on my chain, but I'll bust you, I'll cap you if you try to reach for it. But I got insurance policy, like it's insured, bro.
Right.
Best believe it.
Like I'm covered.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you ain't, I will come back with that heater though. But it makes sense, bro. I'm telling you, the smart ones are smart. They're not stupid. We say that's why a lot of times we think these cats ain't smart. Man, these boys know what they doing.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Right. What they said, life is hard.
Life is hard.
But it's harder when you're stupid.
Facts. Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, because I like when you think about it, because honestly, bro, the value of the dollar is decreasing.
It is,
so as you were
unfortunately.
saying, like that person who had the option of choosing that bar of gold versus that $1,000, like $1,000 can't do as much as it used to.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So
We did a little test run recently with wifey's bracelet. We had a bracelet. I had a necklace. I chopped it down, made a bracelet out of it, gave her the bracelet. She chilled and held on to it for a while. I think I went and took it and sold it maybe a few months ago. It increased by $100.
Come on.
So now that's the goal. Once I start cutting hair again, that's the goal. Getting right back to that. That's gonna be emergency bread for the kids.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Besides doing the proper savings and stuff like that. So yeah, if you out here grinding and you got extra bread and you want a backup plan as an emergency money that you don't want to touch in the bank, just go buy you a good solid piece that's about $500 or more. Put it on layaway, make little payments on it, get out the pawn shop. And go to the pawn shops, yo, and buy them. Real talk. Reason I say that is because a lot of times these pawn shops have stuff on sale. And you can get something that's, a little cheaper than what it is. But if you know the market value of what the gold is, that's a good ass deal. Boom, you just buy it. Because they're trying to, certain stuff they might have too much. They're trying to get rid of it. Just get it. Chill on it. You know what I'm saying? Then go back and flip it. Sell it. Then take that bracelet you bought from the pawn shop and go to the actual gold/silver buyer. Have them appraise it. Get the proper appraisal. Sell it to them. They're going to give you top dollar. That's something I learned. I actually learned that the hard way. Real talk. I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have went to the gold buyer and sold her bracelet. I mean, I got a good price from it. Some pawn shops do that. Some pawn shops give you real close to the market value, which is great. King's Pawn, I think, is one of them. Respect to them. They did it. And especially if you know your stuff, you go in there talking business and they like, oh, this cat know. He know all about it. They ain't gonna try to lowball you.
They be
you know what I'm saying? That's the key. You gotta know your stuff. If not, they're gonna lowball you.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see emphasis on King's Pawns or pawn shop. Not Magic Mall, y'all.
Nah. You don't straight up, no cap. And then yo, can you pull it where your producer at? Yo, where's the instrumental, brother? Turn here goes the speaker, you can turn it on. It's it's called let me turn my phone on. Hold on. Let me disconnect my Bluetooth real quick. It's the Bose speaker, brother.
We were probably connected to. Is it way connected?
Boom, there you go. Yes. What was I saying?
We was talking about Magic Mall.
Oh yeah, so I had bought my necklace from Magic Mall and I went and had checked from my sister's dad's a jeweler. And he told me flat. He said it ain't fake, but how much you pay for it? And I told him. He said you got robbed. I was like, well, he told me flat out. He's like, you got robbed. They overpriced. He says some are doing better. There's only one jeweler I heard is decent. I can't remember where he's at because his mom used a jeweler, and I bought a chain from her years ago for a girlfriend in high school that I dated, but she passed away recently. But he went and got his own thing. He doing good. But my sister's dad was flat out told me, do not buy your gold from there unless you really know what you're doing and you know your stuff and you can kind of toggle. If anything, you might be able to get it for less or the more accurate price, but if you don't know, they gonna hit you over the head.
Yeah,
and when you walk out of there, you're gonna be pissed.
Gold, like I think it's mixed with a whole bunch of other elements.
Which some of it is because that's really how gold is made. But what they're doing, like you said, is maybe has more of, you know what I mean? I have to agree with you. It has more of the other element that is not supposed to. Gold. Example would be like rose gold is literally copper and yellow gold mixed with a little bit of silver, depending on the purity. So if it's 18 karat, it should be 75% gold, 25% copper. That's what gives it its reddish color. You know what I mean? So if you don't have that, if it's the lighter reddish, that means it doesn't have as much copper in it. If that makes sense. You dig? So that's kind of why we like rose gold so much, because we like copper jewelry. Because copper jewelry is good for you, for your body and stuff like that. But yeah, man.
Dang. What? You just dropping stuff back.
Gems.
Dang, you got all this knowledge?
All this knowledge up in his head.
Yeah,
I'm going to do a return and come back.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to split. We maybe have to split this up. Who knows? Let this ride or split this up and then come back for another
No,
one.
for sure. We definitely going to have a part two because you got too much wisdom and knowledge. And I don't want you being stingy, okay?
I got you. I'm willing to share the wealth.
Look.
The mental wealth and food, you already know.
Okay. I appreciate that.
For sure.
For sure. So, man, we covered so many things. So, what's like a quote or anything that you want to leave with us?
My best quote is a part of a poem I wrote. It's realize with your real eyes and live your real life. And that's basically saying, like, realize who you truly are, open your eyes, your spiritual eyes, and follow your spirit and follow your heart. And then when you do that, the right people will gravitate to you like a magnet. You know what I'm saying? You'll get the negative too, because that's just how it goes. But if you're really following and staying in your lane and following your spirit guide and listening to the creator and listening to the talents the creator gave you, those people will literally be attracted to you. It's so easy to do. It's not as hard as we think.
Word, that's deep. That's deep. So if anybody's interested in your artwork or just who you are, where can they follow you?
Yeah, you'll follow me on the gram. I am Jason Ty. I am Jason Ty, just how it sounds. You know what I'm saying? I am Jason Ty. You follow me on Instagram. I got Facebook, but I don't really use Facebook that much, but definitely on Instagram.
Word.
Too.
Are we selling any art or?
Yeah, art is always for sale.
Okay.
Always for sale. That's one right here is $350. And these are originals, actually. Except now this one's just more for display. That's what I did for my. Oh yeah, and the nonprofit too. Follow the nonprofit, Exodus United. We really out here in the streets. I'm the art facilitator for Exodus. So we do art camps, poetry camps. The kids just actually came back from Cali from a big event called Brave New Voices. We sent a group of kids out to Cali for that super dope experience. So yeah, man, follow the nonprofit. So Exodus United. That's what that painting there is for right here. The Kobe print and Tupac print, 25. And that one is 100. So yeah, so 100 for that one, 350 for the Eternity piece, and the Prince of 25.
$25?
Yeah, for the Prince.
For the Prince?
Yeah.
Might have to cut me
Let me
one.
know.
Hey man, you said 25. I thought it was 2,500.
Nah, not for no Prince. Nah, I ain't gonna hit nobody over head over that. Nah, no.
All right.
Oh wait, we still got time for this freestyle though.
We do.
Let's close it out with that.
We got connected.
Yeah, man. Should sound good. It's on that Bose speaker. Bose speaker sounds good, bro.
You think it's gonna be connected to?
I was hearing the good. You just sit it like right where you are. It was picking. I could hear it through the headphones.
You can? All right.
Yeah, I can hear it good. Yo, it's been a minute since I really snapped on the mic. Give me the poetry, give me the pain. Let me just flow from off of my mind. This painting, this poetry, give me that pain. But every single painting has some pain. But oh, God blessing with this painting. Hey, if you wake up and you see the abstract lines open up, spiritually state of mind and grind. Don't you understand? God gon' paint everything and every day. Every single painting that you see from God is every day. You better take a picture. Ain't gon' be the same. And matter of fact, the rearview mirror is small. I ain't trying to go back. I'm trying to ease the brain. I already smoked my spliff before I came. I'm trying to elevate and get these seeds planted, man. I really spit hot fire from out my core. I'm trying to lead these legacies. I drive a legacy. Matter of fact, I got an old and a new school. Y'all never seen it with the turbos. I ain't slow. Matter of fact, I might pass it back on I-4 with the art up in the back. That's a freaking fact. Y'all didn't know I can paint and I can really rap. That's what happens when you get spiritually inclined. I don't sit and tell no lie. I just focus on God's mind, and I don't sit and chase no time. I don't never wear no watch, cause last time I checked, God's timing's on spot. TikTok. So when it's time for me to exit this plane, I'ma elevate and hit you down in your spirit. I'm trying to leave this legacy behind from the tree that I done planted in the paramour minds. I'm trying to change and elevate, but these cats nowadays, they be losing. I should sign a contract, but I don't sell my soul. The only ones I rock on my feet though, and I'm just cold, but I'm just hot. I'm just balanced, dog. I'm always on top. I stay focused and my queen got my back, man. She don't play though, so I gotta stay in tune and get you a queen and get you a king. Stop playing, man. Live your art and everything. So last time I checked, every human got one, and always remember the straight struggles.
Ooh.
Follow your boy, man.
Hey, bro.
Yo, that beat fire, bro. I might need that.
Hey, man.
You might need to send that to me, man. Hit my boy
Okay.
Drop Up. Get that in the studio.
ZZ Classics, right?
Yo, that's fire.
Hey, bro. Shout out to ZZ Classics.
ZZ
Hey,
Classics? Yeah,
hey,
man.
bro. If y'all are
Yeah,
interested,
we gotta
if you
tap
guys
in,
need
bro.
a beat,
That beat was
tap
fire.
into my boy. Look, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it in the description so y'all can tap in, get y'all a beat at an affordable price. The man is talented, okay?
Oh, what happened to your live? Did it close?
It probably did.
It's all good.
It's all good though. At least we got the content here.
Facts.
That's all that matters.
You're
Hey, for sure. But if you enjoyed today's episode, go ahead and give me a follow on my podcast page.
Give my girl a follow,
at
man.
Lex.speaks.
Let.speaks.
You know,
with a
show
Z.
us some love. If y'all are interested in anything, just DM me and just tell me some topics. Or if you're interested on getting on the show,
Facts.
come on, bro, DM me. Let's
get
talk. Let's talk about it.
Talk about
For
it.
sure, but I'll see you guys later.
Yo, peace.